This is the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
From 98.1 CHFI Studios in Toronto, Canada.
Hey Toronto, this is Ed Sheeran.
This is Kelly Clarkson.
Hi, this is Bryan Adams.
This is Adele.
This is Madonna.
It's Michael Bublé, and you're listening to the Pooja and Gurdeep Show. It's fun. They're amazing.
Okay, so if you had to eat one meal, this crazy hypothetical question. If you had to eat only one meal for the rest of your life, what would this be? This is an actual survey out that people are responding to.
Escargot.
Said the vegetarian.
Yeah, no, I guess nobody's really going for like any of those like fancy meals, right? You're thinking comfort food. That's what you want to eat for the rest of your life. No?
See, that's not where I'm going. See, I think people are thinking there's two different questions, right? There's a question that some people ask, which is, what would be your last meal?
Right.
Which I think I would go comfort food. What would be the one meal you have to eat for the rest of your life? So I'm talking like, if you're eating 2 to 3 meals a day, this is what you're eating.
Okay. Interesting you say it like that because the study or the survey that came out has people picking chicken wings as number one, 45%.
Is this an American study?
It is an American study.
There we go.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Like, chicken wings are amazing. Don't get me wrong. I love chicken wings once in a while. After I've crushed a couple of pounds of suicide and honey garlic, I don't want wings for a couple of weeks. Like, I'm good.
You don't want it for the only meal for the rest of your life.
No, I'd be sick of that in less than a day.
How do you feel about mozzarella sticks? Because that came in at number 2.
You would, look, I'm 40 years old. If I'm going to live till I'm, 80, let's make up a number, middle age, halfway, whatever. Mozzarella sticks? Like the next 40 years are going to be very uncomfortable with a lot of indigestion if I'm eating fried cheese 3 times a day.
Okay, I see what you're saying. You want to go a little healthier. So third on the list is Caesar salad. That's what you meant.
Caesar salad's not even really healthy.
No,
it's
I know.
Lettuce slathered in creamy dressing and bacon. I'll tell you what I'm thinking, Pooja. I'm going, if I have to pick one meal, and the caveat is no matter what you pick, you are going to get sick of.
True.
But I'm trying to pick something that's going to check all the boxes of what your body needs. I'm going Mediterranean diet. So I'm thinking like a small healthy piece of fish with salad, nuts, berries. That's what's on my plate.
Wait, trying to live past 80? I mean, you
Maybe.
only gave yourself to 80?
Maybe.
You might as well go big.
As a vegetarian, what is your ride or die meal?
I'm going mac and cheese.
So you're just going to be a big fat dynamo.
Yes. And if I live past 80, great. If I don't, at least I died eating mac and cheese every day.
I feel like most people listening are going to agree with you. I'm trying to use my brain too much. Bossman Blair, what are you doing?
Mine is Chalet Barbecue. It's not Chalet Swiss or Swiss Chalet.
Okay.
It's a place in Montreal called Chalet Barbecue where they cook the chicken over real charcoal.
Oh, charcoal.
So it would be half chicken, French fry, double sauce, double bun.
You think you can...
What?
What?
So you're going out with a bang.
Oh, I'm living this. I'm shooting for 63.
Wait, how old are you now?
62.
Nicolina, what about you?
I'm thinking a meal from Hogtown Vegan. It's a restaurant here. It includes mac and cheese, though, so I'm with you on that.
Okay.
What's on the plate?
It's got some collard greens. They're like garlic collard greens, so that's kind of healthy.
Okay.
And then mac and cheese, so not as healthy. Yeah. And then vegan, like fried chicken. So
Could we not get like 2 polar opposites from Bossman Blair to Nicolina and their choices?
Yeah, I guess
for the rest of their lives?
I think Nicolina and I are firmly on one side of the room, and you and Bossman Blair are on the other.
Well, mac and cheese is pretty, I support that.
It's pretty universal, even the vegan variety.
So then I'm the only one who's living into the 2030s?
Yeah.
From CHFI Studios,
It's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
now, Pooja and Gurdeep's Shower Thoughts.
If you think about it, socks are just little blankets for our feet.
Shower Thoughts.
If a synchronized swimmer drowns, do the rest of them have to drown too just to be in sync?
Shower Thoughts.
Why is abbreviated such a long word?
Shower Thoughts.
Go to bed, you'll feel better in the morning is the human equivalent of, did you try turning it off and turning it on again?
Shower Thoughts.
What's the difference between a thingamajig and a whatchamacallit?
Shower Thoughts.
Stay with me on this one. I'm confused. If 2-2 is 22 and 3-3 is 33, how come 1-1 is 11 and not 1-1?
Shower Thoughts.
The Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
From 98.1 CHFI.
Have you guys used the new iPhone feature that allows you to edit a text after you send it. That's fine, but why does iPhone show you that someone has edited the text is my question.
Hold on. Back up. You can actually edit a text?
Oh, you haven't used this?
You can do this?
Okay, take out your phone right now. You can play along at home
Okay.
if you're not driving. Okay, Pooja, I'm going to send you a text right now.
Okay.
Hey, did you hear about the big thing? Is what I'm texting you.
Why are you so awkward on text?
I don't know. But I'm sending that to you, and then I'm like, oh, wait, Pooja shouldn't know about the big thing. So now I'm going to edit. You hold down on the text.
Okay.
And then a bunch of options pop up. You hit edit, and then now I'm changing it to, hey, Pooja, did you hear about the small thing?
Your texting game needs work.
Yeah, it does, right? It's hard to be on the radio and text. Okay, so I just edited that and sent it to you. Do you see how that's been edited, right?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so
wait, I see your message. It says, hey, did you hear about the small thing? And then underneath in blue, it says edited.
This is my beef with it. Okay, I love that iPhone has added this feature that lets you edit a text because we all make typos. Maybe you sent something to the wrong person. Maybe you've said something, you put your foot in your mouth. You want to change it. That's great. But the fact that it tells you there's a little blue notation that you just pointed out underneath that says edited, and I'll take you a step further, Pooch. Click on that thing that says edited.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So it actually shows me what you wrote to begin with?
A secondary box pops up that says, hey, Pooch, did you hear about the big thing? So now it shows you what I originally sent that I didn't want you to see.
What is the point of this?
I don't know.
This is so dumb. This is like, oh, I get to take it back. They'll never know. And now it's like, nope, they'll still know.
Excuse me, this person made a mistake. Please come look at their mistake. Like it's being that kid in class.
It's better to just like write it wrong and then in another text go, sorry, typo. I meant to say small thing.
Yes.
Right?
At this point. It's like they created such a good feature and then went too far. It's like, in math and school, they're like, show your work. No, sometimes you don't want to show your work.
Yeah.
You just want to show the end results.
Especially when you have other means to get to the answer. You don't want to show your work.
Can you think of any reason why they would have added this in?
It makes no sense to me. Also, like, this is really bad because now if somebody sends me an edited message and I know this, I want to know.
Anytime,
I'm going to click it.
Anytime this has happened to me, I'm clicking on edited because I want to be like, ooh, what did they say? Freudian slip? Did their phone autocorrect to an embarrassing word that they type too often?
And it's all happened to us where you're sending a text and then, the autocorrect jumps in and the word that you meant turns into another word. And sometimes it's a horrible, inappropriate word. And you're like, oh, and you catch it. Let's say that you don't catch it and then you try to take it back. They're going to see it anyway.
That's very specific. This defeats the whole purpose. And Pooch, sounds like you're speaking from personal experience.
The Pooja and Gurdeep Podcast.
This is the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
I could be a doctor and I could be a nurse.
Yeah, that's going to be in your head all day now. Even just from that little taste, that's Miley Cyrus's new video that just dropped at midnight with Pharrell. It's called Doctor. It's very catchy, but what will strike you when you watch the video is Miley is rocking her Grammys hair. That wasn't just a one-night thing. The big hair seems like it's here to stay.
Yeah, and a lot of people now saying that's coming back. And so, all the people who straighten their hair and try to get it flat, bigger is better. And if you lived through the 80s, you know what we're talking about. This is not new to you.
So if this is going to be a thing now for women and maybe men too, we need to refine our game. We need to figure out how to get our hair big and beautiful like this.
Yes. So we want to know, do you have a go-to technique to get your 80s hair big? Shannon in Oshawa, do you have something or something that maybe you're even doing now?
Okay. Well, back in the day, I had my grandmother give me a perm.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know if you ever smelled that solution hit your hair, but it's like a smell that you can't ever forget.
Yes.
The beast.
And once that perm hits your hair, it's like a tight, wound curl that's very hard to manage. But I don't know if you know, in the 80s, the banana clip.
Oh, yeah.
What's a banana clip?
It's basically a hair clip, but then it looks like it's in the shape of a banana. So it's got claws the way a normal hair clip does, but it's in the shape of a banana.
Is it edible and loaded with potassium?
No.
No, it came in all different colors, Gurdeep. Okay. You might have had them all. But to get that perfect curl squeezed up in that banana clip was very hard. So I also curled each individual hair and then sprayed it with hairspray on top of it already being perms. So mine was like a helmet walking out. My best friend's mother used to hide her hairspray from me when she knew I was coming over. She'd be like, hide the hairspray, Shannon's coming over. I think I was the only kid in grade 6 who had a perm and who rocked a bottle of hairspray every day. It was pretty magical.
Doesn't surprise me.
I love it.
Also, guys, I have a banana clip, okay? It's green. It's just not ready yet.
You don't have a banana clip. And then you know what happens after you get a perm and then the hair trend changes?
Yep.
Yeah, you can't get rid of that perm.
No,
and
you're
then
stuck
all of a
with it
sudden
until
they
it
want
grows out.
straight hair. Yeah.
Shannon, you are the best. Thank you so much for the call. We love you.
Okay, have a good day, guys.
You too. I had the perm, by the way, and I have naturally curly hair. So a perm with naturally curly hair is like it's the biggest hair you could ever ask for.
Ivana in Richmond Hill, what do you do?
Oh, you have to dry it upside down.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa, hold on. What does that mean? Dry it upside down.
Oh, you dry. Okay, go ahead. You explain.
With your head, with your head upside down, like you're facing the floor. Lot of hairspray, Aquanet, Final Net,
Is there like
the old 80s stuff.
Is there like a suspension device that's required for this? Like that you hang from the ceiling?
No, you just drop from the waist.
Yeah,
Oh,
and then
okay.
when you go back up, the hair is voluminous.
Do you ever get like a head rush from doing that, Ivana? I feel like I would.
Of course. But if you remember back in the day with Degrassi, the original,
Yes, the
Spike
best.
used to do her hair like that, upside down.
Oh, like Spike.
Yes. Oh, and they all had big 80s hair.
That's
yeah, good
true.
point.
That's true.
Very
Ivana, you are speaking my language. I love it.
Thanks for the call.
Thanks. Have a good day.
Okay, what is your go-to technique to get your 80s hair big? Let's go to Pefferlaw. Kathy, what's it for you?
Well, let me tell you, if it goes back to 80s, I'm going to be upset because
Why?
I have naturally ringlet curly hair, and in the 80s, I used to get a spiral perm on top of it, and then blow dry it and tease it and spray it. But now my hair takes like 5 seconds in the morning. I spray some water on it.
So what you're trying to say is you don't have that big hair anymore, and if it comes back, you're not going to be able to live up to it.
No, I do not want to live up to it.
Kathy, you make a good point.
Yeah.
You know the saying, big hair, don't care? Big hair, you truly don't care, Kathy.
I don't care.
Kathy was fired up. We appreciate the call. By the way, fellas, you can get in on this too, because I often rock a very tall pompadour, Conan O'Brien-esque. You get a round brush, put it in the front of your hair, like scoop it up, and then just blow dryer back and forth.
Stays up? You don't need any
gets the volume.
No product?
Kind of the same thing you were doing with the flat brush. You just do with a round brush. It works.
Nice. I had a lot of mousse and hairspray in mine, though. Let's go to Etobicoke. Linda, what's your go-to technique to get your hair 80s big?
So what we used to do in the 80s was we would blow dry it upside down so you'd get that puffy look already.
Uh-huh.
Tease it with a comb. So you would tease it all out everywhere and anywhere you wanted it to be, and then a lot of hairspray. And like you said, that goes for the guys too, because my ex used to do it all the time, especially if you're a rocker.
From CHFI Studios,
It's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
We have all been there on a Zoom meeting with your colleagues, and you start to just zone out. You're like, you're not listening anymore. Your eyes are strained. You can't, you looked at everybody now. You looked at all the boxes of all your colleagues. You've memorized all of their backgrounds. You've seen their pets. You've seen them eat a sandwich.
You've eaten them? I'm like, what? Your Zoom meetings are different than mine.
Then you get hungry eating that, seeing them eating a sandwich.
The more people on a Zoom meeting, in general, as a rule, if you could graph this, the more people on a Zoom meeting, the less your attention span is. If you're on a meeting with one other person, you have to pay absolute attention. 2 people, lots of attention. 5 people, little less attention. Whole team meeting, 25 people, I'm barely listening.
It's true. You're not the only one. So how long do you actually think it takes for us to zone out? Like how many minutes into that meeting?
Personally, I think my attention span on a Zoom meeting is better than what it is in person. So I'm going to say 5 minutes.
5 minutes?
5 minutes.
Okay, it's way longer.
That's not true.
I know, it's very surprising, but it's about 27 minutes.
Nope. Let me just check the notes here. Oh, this is from the College of Attentive People. This is not reflective of society.
27 minutes before
27 minutes.
Your mind is watering. You're like
Wandering. Might want to go get that checked, Doc.
Your mind is wandering. Your eyes are watering.
There's a discharge coming out of my ear. Oh, my mind is watering. I'm sorry.
Clearly, I'm having trouble in person right now. But you understand what I mean?
I understand what you mean, but 27 minutes is that, like, honestly, that's good. We should be patting ourselves on the back for 27 minutes.
Especially you, because I've been on a Zoom meeting with you, and you're you start yawning immediately. I don't know what happens to you. You yawn a lot.
I hide it though.
Yeah, well, that's the problem. You think you're hiding it, but I can tell that you're yawning. Instead, what you do is you try to hold in the yawn, so then your nose just flares, and then you have like a vein throbbing out of your neck. Your ears, like smoke comes out of your ears.
And then a teardrop. I had a teardrop come out as well because I'm trying so hard to.
I'm like, just like put your hand over your mouth and yawn. It's okay.
The good thing is, I think whenever that happens on a CHFIT meeting, you're the only one to notice because you'll like text me and be like, I saw that. But that's just because you know me so well. But listen, if we're using this space to call each other out for Zoom meetings, I'm going to call you out, miss. I hop into my pajamas and get in bed for a Zoom meeting and then sit so close to the camera I think no one can tell.
I thought I was close enough that you can't see the headboard.
No, you're so obviously in bed and in your pajamas. And I'm like, how did this happen? We do this meeting like 30 minutes after the show. Like, you just race home and then change and get in bed?
Well, I got to get comfortable for this meeting. I only got 27 minutes before I'm going to fall asleep. So there's that.
We're all guilty.
Thanks for listening to the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
Listen to Pooja and Gurdeep live weekday mornings from 5 to 9.
Only on 98.1 CHFI.
Toronto's perfect music mix.